You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Sports. We are going to talk about the Marxist MBA of China and the Wuhan virus, the Kung Flu, the Chinese virus, the China virus, the bat virus, and the vaccine for this virus. Speaking of viruses, grab ya the media is the real virus t-shirt right out of our merch store. And we know the media is the real virus. LeBron James is looking like also possibly part of the real virus. We know he's a leftist, so there's some virus tendencies there. This is insane. And this goes to show you, I mean, I don't know who's being influenced. Who do these players actually influence? It's scary if they influence anybody. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said on Tuesday the league has discussed having players receive the COVID-19 vaccines to educate and influence the public regarding their safety and effectiveness. There have been discussions. It's something we're particularly focused on. Maybe you should focus on the fact that your players are running your league into the ground. In the African American community, oh, here we go. Leftists using black Americans to benefit themselves in a political narrative. Imagine that. In the black American community, there's an enormous impact from COVID. But now, somewhat perversely, there has been enormous resistance to vaccines in the black American community for understandable historical reasons. If you wonder why I keep saying black Americans, John Matrix also agrees with me. He is not from Africa, he is from America. So on this channel, we don't get down that way. So, in case you're wondering, John Matrix is a black man. Okay, in the African American black community, for understandable historical reasons, if that resistance continues, it would be very much a double whammy to the black community, because the only way of this pandemic is out of this pandemic is to get vaccinated. Are we sure about that? There's nothing called herd immunity. Okay. A virus that, by the way, over 99% of everybody lives from. Some public health experts, including Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institutes of Health, have said that leaders have large platforms such as ministers, entertainers, and athletes can set an example by getting the vaccine. Who is listening to these people? Who in the hell listened to these people when they went to vote? That's what I'd love to know, too. Quote, by several public health officials, and this operating state by state right now, have suggested that there would be real public health benefit by some very high-profile black Americans being vaccinated to demonstrate to the larger community that it is safe and effective. Wow, that seems like such a Marxist idea. Let's get out there and do something so the Marxists operate and believe in like a tribal community. In other words, like the members of the community can raise one person's kid, all of them. It's not raised by the actual two parents. It's bullshit. At the appropriate time, whenever that is, and whether that's directed by federally by the NIH or CDC, ultimately a state program, we think there's real value in our players demonstrating to a broader community how important it is to get vaccinated. Once again, we're segregating people. Wow. Michelle Roberts, the executive director of the National Basketball Players Association, has indicated that discussions with players have shown that many are hesitant about getting the vaccine. She herself is hesitant. God, I hate to admit, that may be about the smartest thing I have heard any NBA anything coming from anybody involved in the NBA. They're actually hesitant to get the vaccine. Quote, I've heard they want black influencers to step up, convince the black community to do this, Roberts said in an interview. I'm just waiting on the tap on the shoulder to say, Michelle, will the players do this? I know it's coming. But I haven't made up my mind. I'm eager to be convinced that these are safe. I'm hopeful I'll be convinced that they're safe, but I'm not a cheerleader. Last week, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar received the first dose of the vaccine and is now spreading support for it. What do we think about this, black and white sports fans? Once again, the loony leftists are trying to use black Americans. Look, regardless of how you feel about the NBA players, they are predominantly black. And once again, they are trying to use them for their own political gain. Let's be honest. They've completely politicized this virus, right? It influenced the election. And I suspect many of you are going to be like, you know what? I will donate my vaccine to one of these NBA players. In fact, I'll donate mine to LeBron James, LeWoke James, LeBronda James, LaChina James. You can take my vaccine for me and let me know how it turns out for you. Look, yes, people are skeptical right now. We are skeptical. There was a story that came out yesterday through the mainstream media, if this tells you anything, about the fact that somebody up in Chicago, a healthy, completely healthy, I believe, doctor, a completely healthy doctor died after taking the vaccine. Yeah, that's going to give a lot of people pause. Even the lefties, for example, on my Facebook that are always preaching COVID, 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 oh my God, COVID, even they were sharing that story like, oh shit. Oh shit's right. Okay? I mean, nobody really knows the long-term side effects of said vaccine. Could the vaccine end up being worse than the virus? Let's be honest. I mean, again, over 99% of everybody that contracts the virus lives. And the percentages go down and down and down as you drop in age. These are world-class athletes. These are world-class athletes. Also, let us not lose sight of the fact of this is going to benefit, potentially, the NBA's business. Right? They get vaccinated. They don't get the virus. Their season doesn't become in jeopardy. Maybe the TV ratings should put the season in jeopardy. That's probably what should actually be the most harmful to the NBA right now is the TV ratings and the fact that they have destroyed their business from spreading their Marxist ideals along with their celebrations of China. So, you tell me what you think. If you are a person and you're on the fence about getting the vaccine, should I? Should I not? Hey, Kat, should I get a vaccine? Wait to see what LeBron James does. No. Are you really going to tell me in the comments, if you're loony as hell, does LeBron James, LaChina James, LeWoke James, does he make you want to run out? He made some of you want to run out and vote for Creepy Joe. Does he make you want to run out and put that good old needle in your arm for your COVID vaccination? My other question is, while you're also writing that comment, explain to me why assholes like this have any influence over you. Because if they do, it is time to reevaluate your life. Jesus. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.